Jeev sé, how are y'all an Jardín seo, so tá seachtain ag etisilt, the week is flying. Agus aniu an 8 lá is fiche, de bhí anar 2000 is fiche hain. So agus aniu we're arashkaji ar Naberlum, back to our Naberlum, so thugi amach ar Naberlum, agus osligi an lawer lahanach shaska, page 60. So we're going back a little bit. And back to the Aimsir Láithreach. Now today in the Aimsir Láithreach though, we have verbs that have two syllables, ga, hyola, and dara remnu it's called. So last week we did the likes of ol, which is one syllable, and dún, which is one syllable, and they have simple endings like a and n. Okay, but now on dara remnu, these are the ones with ga, hyola, two syllables, like dushig, to wake up, ulvi, to prepare, uskal, to open. Okay, so all of these have two syllables. Now simply what you do if there's two syllables, you get rid of the IGH, and you know this already, there's no H in the Aimsir Láithreach, and there's no me, we know that already. So you get rid of the IGH and then you add your endings, which are dushim, dushian tu, dushian she, dushian she, dushimij, dushian shiv, agus dushian shiad. Okay, and they're all I fada M, I fada ONN, I fada MID, and so forth. Okay, so the I fada when it's two syllables. But if the last, so that's if the last, if it's one of our quail ones, one of our narrow ones. Remember the I's and the E's stick together. Okay, but if our last vowel is a broad one, such as A-O-U, like U is here, okay, A-I-G-H, our ending becomes A-I fada M, A-I fada O-N-N, A-I fada O-N-N, A-I fada O-N-N, so on and so forth. Okay, so if they're quail, if they're thin, it's I fada M, if they're Latin, it's A-I fada M. Okay, and so on and so forth. Then sometimes we'll have ones like uskal, which are a bit weird. So see the way with dushig and ulvig, we got rid of the IGH and the AIGH and add our endings. Well, with ones that end in AIL, what you do is you get rid of the A and the I, and then you bring the L forward. So it becomes usklim. And because that's a broad one there in AOU, our ending is AI fada M, AI fada ONN. Okay, so similarly, just let me get a pen 1 second. If we had the likes of immer, okay, immer, if it ends in IR, we get rid of the I and the R, it's M-I-M, and we bring the R over, and it's going to be Emrian 2, you play Pel, or whatever it is. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so just look here. So if it ends in IGH, these are our endings. Okay, and remember there's no H, only H in the Aimsir Catcha. If it ends in AIGH, these are our endings, in red. If it ends in AIL, we get rid of the A and the I, and we bring the L right over beside the C, and then we add our endings. Right, and our ending, because there's an A there, our endings are going to be AI fada M, AI fada ONN, and so on and so forth. Now, what I want you to do, and listen, I don't want you going off doing more work than you're supposed to do, so watch the video and listen. I want you to pick kuig, any 5 sentences, whichever one you want. Pick the easiest ones you want, or the shortest ones, whatever you want, but pick your 5 favourite ones and write them out in your copy. Now, if you look at Inish will be a bit like Immer. What you'll do is you get rid of the I, so it'll become I-N-S, and then you add your ending. So if you look here, it'll become I-N-S, I fada O-N-N, Inshian 2. Okay? Kiani would be like Ulvi up here. We'd get rid of the A-I-G-H, and then we add our ending. Okay? Immer, like I said up here, becomes Imriim Midge. So Immer will become Imri Midge. So pick the easiest ones, the ones you find easiest. Tusig would be just like Ulvi again. Get rid of the AIGH and add your ending. Bali will be like Dushig. See Dushig here? So Bali, and I know I'm jumping around a bit, but Bali, get rid of the IGH and add your ending. Uskal will be like above, Ulvi will be like above, and Dushig will be like above. So pick the ones that are easiest. And remember, get rid of the IGH if it ends in IGH or AIGH, and then add your ending. But if it ends in IR or IS or AIL, do what you do with uskal. Okay, get rid of the A and the I or the I, and bring the L over and add your ending. Now, so only pick 5. And then at the bottom, remember we have an plus eru. So an nushin, do you wake up? Dushin, I do, or ni rushin, ni plus H. An plus eru, ni plus H. An ulvian, do you prepare? Ulvian or ni ulvian. There's no eru or shevu here because it begins with the vowel. Ulvi begins with the vowel. And then an usklian, do you open? Usclean, I do, or ní usclean, I don't. Okay, again, no an plus R or ní plus H because it begins with the vowel. So what I want, you do 5 up here, and then 3 veil orally. I don't want you writing these out, guys. Okay, so you'll ask the question, and you leave a voice note on my seesaw. An nuishin thu galua iritna shaktana. Do you wake up early iritna shaktana? So your answer is going to be gushium or ní gushium galua iritna shaktana. Iver though, an ulvian thu the lone fain. Do you prepare your own lunch? So ulvium malone fain or ní ulvium malone fain. Iver 3. An usclean an filey the squel. Does the caretaker Joe open your school? So it's usclean Joe or ní usclean Joe, and he does. So you can answer that. Okay. Iver Cahir, an Ibrium Shiv ein sport to rank or pedicus. Do ye play any sport in PE? Okay, so we play it. Emrimage or ní emrimage? You need to tell me the answer. And Iver Kuig, an Inchian and Moonshore scéalta Giav Reeve. Does your teacher tell you stories ever? So it's Inchian Mr. Ronaldson scéalta Doin. Giav will become Doin to us. Okay, just watch that there. Doin. Or ní Inchian Mr. Ronaldson scéalta Doin. Okay, so part A, pick any 5 and write them out. Then part B, you do it 3 veil orally. Orally ask the question and answer it. And that'll save you. Don't go writing it now, guys. I want to save you time. I don't want you to be at this all day. Okay, so part A, scrív amach cuig, write out 5. Part B, do it 3 veil orally. Ask the question and answer. Is that correct, Galore? Okay, gur magav. Slán go fóil agus bannaí taithne vas an lá. Enjoy the day. Slán.